More bombshells about our Rangers happening right now. Here are today's headlines. Jack Butland makes desperate Rangers admission at Rangers. Chris Sutton. Rangers fans will feel Philippe Clement is treating them like fools if he told them Sunday's clash versus Celtic was close. Philippe Clement's sack update claim shared by Sky Sports pundit Chris Boyd. Rangers set to be dealt another transfer blow despite window being closed as £2,000 stumbling block emerges. Mccoist shares massive financial issues at Rangers live on TalkSport. If you enjoy daily news about the greatest Scottish champions, be sure to hit the like button and comment, "We are the people." Jack Butland has come out and admitted that Rangers are desperate to get back to the familiar surroundings of Rangers, but he's clear that it doesn't excuse some of the performances we've seen recently. Philippe Clement's boys faced the music from the fans after that 3-0 drubbing by Celtic at Parkhead on Sunday, the first Old Firm of the season, and let's just say it didn't go our way. We're sitting in 4th in the Premiership, 5 points behind Celtic, and it's only been 4 games, not exactly where we want to. Butland, speaking to the Daily Record, said, "I'm here to try and help. Getting back to Rangers is huge in general, just for the club. We and the fans are desperate for it. But it's no excuse. It's something we have to deal with. We have dealt with it fairly well. We appreciate the fact the fans have made differences and changes to their weekends to come and support us. Hopefully we're back in Rangers soon, but that's by the by. Now let's be honest, Rangers have a mountain to climb. We've shown we can perform. Look at that 6-0 thrashing of Ross County before the Celtic match. But that's the bare minimum expected. The return to Rangers can't come soon enough, and it better bring a change of fortune with it. Sure, starting the season away from home is tough on any team, but there are bigger issues at play. Whether it's the squad not being up to scratch, a period of heavy transition, or just the whole atmosphere being a bit off, something needs to change. The international break gives Clement a bit of breathing room after what's been a whirlwind few weeks, with all the transfer drama involving John Bennett and Niels Koppen. But once that's behind us, we can't afford to lose any more ground on Celtic. Chris Sutton has had a go at Philippe Clement after our 3-0 loss to Celtic at Parkhead on Sunday. The Rangers boss seemed to think the game was a lot closer than the scoreline suggests, even claiming it could have been 3-3 if we'd taken our chances. Now, if that doesn't make you shake your head, I don't know what will. Sure, both sides had 4 shots on target, but come on. Anyone watching that game could see Celtic were miles ahead. Sutton reckons if Clement's telling us the game was close, then he's treating us like fools. And to be fair, he's got a point. We're not interested in stats or how young the team is, especially when we're already 5 points behind Celtic after just 4 games. Some of our fans didn't take too kindly to Clement's post-match comments either. They confronted him after the game, clearly fed up with seeing our side put in such a poor performance while Celtic are already pulling away in the title race. Yes, we brought in some decent players over the summer. Naresho Kasanwirjo, Nadim Barjami, and a few others, but so far they've not exactly set the world alight, especially not against Celtic. We're sitting in 4th place behind Celtic, Aberdeen, and Dundee United. If we've got any hope of winning title number 56, we need to get our act together. After the international break, we're heading to Tannadice Park to face Dundee United, who haven't lost a game yet. It's do or die time. We need those 3 points, no excuses. Chris Boyd reckons we shouldn't be sweating over Philippe Clement getting the boot, even after that rough loss to Celtic. Apparently, the Rangers board are standing by their man, thanks to that shiny new contract they handed him back in August, tying him to Rangers until the summer of 2028. Long-term commitment, they called it. We're all in this together, or something along those lines. Boyd had a chat with Scottish Sunsport and said, "I don't fear for Philippe Clement because of the solidarity with the long-term contract. It was seen as, we're all together. I don't think inside a few months you can change that." Philippe Clement has been the man who's been tasked to reducing the Rangers' wage bill. Now let's be honest, Clement's got his work cut out for him. The boards basically told him, right, you've got the job, now show us what you've got. It's not just about keeping the ship steady, it's about steering it in a whole new direction. One that involves trimming the wage bill while somehow getting more out of the squad. He's got to prove his worth pretty quickly, though. It's one thing to sign a long-term contract, but it's another to deliver results. Clement needs to get those new signings firing on all cylinders, bring the young lads through, and generally show us all that there's a master plan here. The boards put their trust in him, and now it's up to Clement to repay that faith. If he can turn things around, get us playing some proper football, and maybe even pick up a bit of silverware along the way, then we'll all be patting him on the back. But if not, well, let's just say we've all seen how quickly things can change in football. Just when we thought the transfer window drama was over, Rangers are facing yet another setback. You'd think with the window shut in the UK, we could all take a breather, right? But no, it turns out that over in some parts of Europe and beyond, the window's still wide open and clubs can still snap up players. Now here's the deal. Rangers were hoping to offload Haji, who's been stuck training with the B team and hasn't seen first-team action in over a year. Not since that 2-1 win over Greenock Morton last August. Poor lad's been exiled, mainly because he's sitting on 99 appearances for the club. One more and boom, his salary jumps up, and it seems Rangers aren't too keen on that. So the plan was to ship him off, maybe back home to Romania, where FC Steaua Bucharest FCSB might fancy taking him on. But here's the kicker. Haji's on a tidy £2,000 per week, and that's turned out to be a bit too rich for FCSB's taste. Talk about a stumbling block. With the Romanian window open until September 9th, you'd think there's still hope, right? But word is, Haji's not exactly jumping at the chance to return to his homeland. So here we are, stuck in a bit of a pickle. But don't lose all hope just yet. There are still some other leagues out there with their windows open, including some in the Middle East. Who knows? Maybe one of those clubs will swoop in with an offer that finally tempts Haji to move on from Rangers permanently. Mccoist, bless him, has come out swinging on TalkSport, talking about how Rangers are stuck in the mud financially. Apparently, the cash flow over at Rangers is looking a bit like my wallet after Christmas. Not great. Now, while Celtic are out there throwing around nearly £9 million on Adam Ida and another £9.5 million on Arne Engels like it's monopoly money, we've been left rummaging around for free agents and bargains. But Ali's not having any of it. He's saying that whether you've got £1 million or £40 million to spend, you've got to be smart about it. And let's be honest, our recruitment's been about as sharp as a butter knife lately. Take Michael Beale, for instance. The man was given some cash, and what do we have to show for it? A goalkeeper who's already had a bit of a shocker this weekend and a couple of other signings that have hardly set the world alight. Meanwhile, across town, Brendan Rodgers is snapping up quality players left, right, and center, and somehow managing to make the books balance like a seasoned accountant. It's no wonder we're struggling to keep up. The gap between us and Celtic is as wide as the Clyde, and it's not just about the money. It's about how we're using it. We've only managed one win in the last 12 Old Firm clashes. And let's face it, one league title in the last decade isn't exactly setting the heather on fire. But here we are, hoping that Philippe Clement can work some magic with the scraps he's been left with. It's going to take more than a bit of luck to bring that Premiership trophy back to Rangers. We need some serious changes, and fast, if we're going to stop Celtic from running away with it again. So here's hoping the next transfer window doesn't leave us all pulling our hair out. Or what's left of it, eh? I'll be back with more bombastic and exclusive Rangers news at any moment. If you don't want to miss any, just hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, alright? We are the people.